For those of you who are thinking about installing a set of our pickups for the first time, we're making a series of video guides to help you get everything wired up perfectly. There are dozens of different wiring layouts out there, so we've tried to make our guides as universal as possible. This time, we're looking at connecting volume and tone controls. For this, you'll need a potentiometer or pot for each control and a capacitor to complete the tone control circuit. On each pot, you will find 3 terminals. For the volume pot, terminal 1 is going to be a ground, terminal 2 is our main signal output, and terminal 3 is our signal input. For our ground connection, we need to bend the terminal backwards and solder it to the pot casing. This terminal is also a ground on the tone pot, so you can go ahead and do the same to both pots. Our tone capacitor is then connected between the 2 pots. In this particular setup, it connects between terminal 3, the input of the volume pot, and terminal 2 on the tone pot. There are alternatives to this method, which we'll go into in another video. You'll most likely find the tails on the capacitor to be a little long, so it's a good idea to test fit it first and trim the tails down as required. Next, we can connect our output signal wire to terminal 2 on the volume pot. Depending on your setup, this may either go to the jack socket or to the pickup selector switch. And finally, we need to connect a signal input to the volume pot. It can be useful to add a blob of solder to the back of the pot to allow easy connection of your pickup's ground wire. We won't need to use all of the wires of the 4-conductor hookup in this case. The important ones are the black and bare wires, which serve as your ground connection, and the red wire, which is the main output from the pickup. Connect the red wire to terminal 3. Braided wiring is very similar, with the braided outer jacket soldered to the pot casing as your ground, and the inner wire connected to terminal 3. Alternatively, if this is a master volume and tone setup, we simply need to connect the signal wire from our pickup selector to terminal 3. Please check out our other videos for some more tips to complete your installation.